time. Time is the topic for today. And this is what I need to tell you about, okay? I know that sometimes you're kind of like, I'm ready to meet my person. Let's go. And you kind of have like this fire under your ass. You're just like, I am ready to meet my person and live my happily ever after. And that kind of energy can become like really frantic. It can be very like too intense, too fast, desperate even, okay? I do feel like if you just really truly believe that your person is out there and you're making opportunity, giving the universe an opportunity to meet your person, right? Then there's no need to have that energy of like, oh my gosh, when am I going to meet him? Are you it? When you meet somebody, let's go. It's more like be present, like super uber present. And you are making those decisions, right? To be available and meeting people, right? And when you meet them, you're genuinely present and you're just like, let me get to know them. Let me see who they are. Treat them the way you want to be treated, right? Like actually listen and share about yourself. Listen to what they're saying. And if you're present and you have that energy of like, okay, I'm just being available and meeting people and connecting. And that energy is so like calm, because, it's funny because I am like so high energy a lot of times, right? But I'm telling you something, it's really important to just have that energy of, I believe everything's going to be amazing. And really believe it and be present, because the last thing I want you to do is go into like these conversations you're having with guys and ever feeling like, oh my gosh, or ever making, or like not making them, but them feeling, oh my God, this girl is so intense. She's so desperate. Oh my God. And I don't want you to feel that way. I want you to show up as yourself, like your true, genuine self, right? And if you have that energy, that frantic energy of like desperation and, oh my God, time is running out, like tick, 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 like boom, this is not going to serve you. It's going to block you actually from actually meeting your person and really genuinely, emotionally connecting with them. Okay? I know I'm like big on energy lately because I just read this book that it's so good. If you're into reading, Ask and It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks. And I really loved it. It's so much about energy and about your thoughts and how important your thoughts are. And how if you want to attract your person or better guys and stop the pattern, part of that work is actually changing your thoughts. Instead of like thinking, oh my God, all guys are assholes, and thinking the worst, or thinking there's nobody out there for you, which is going to attract the same things that you've been seeing, right? You have to have that feeling and the thought of, hey, it is possible that your person is out there. Actually, not only is it possible, my person is out there. And really that will bring you to feel this calm, this energy will flow through you. I don't know, it's like manifesting, right? Like this is like all, and I really believe in this. And honestly, it's basically how my love story developed with Will and how I found it. When I stopped just reacting and I really took a step back and was like, wait a second, what do I want? What do I see for myself? And that was the moment when my life really changed, when I really believed it and I gave space to that. And I manifested this. I really did. It really felt like that's it. So big step for you. I really want to challenge you. Okay. Because you might be listening like, oh my God, I've done this, Jackie. Like I believe it, but really, like I want you to call yourself out. This is why I love being a coach, because I get to call out the women I work with, and I love it because they're so like open to being called out, because sometimes you're so in it, you don't see it. Okay. You're too close to your bullshit because I was super close to my bullshit. I really was. I was like on a hamster wheel of bullshit and doing the same thing over and over. And sometimes you can't even realize it. And you're like, oh, wait a second, what? I shouldn't have said that. And oh, that's negative. And the things that come out of your mouth, the things that you are thinking to yourself, all are very important. I want you to give the universe an opportunity, right, to meet your person. So please, I challenge you. Okay. I challenge you to think about, what are you really thinking? What are you really feeling? Are you actually genuinely believing that your person is out there? Okay. And are you making that space, right? Because I do think that, like, I feel like I remember wanting to rush things and oh my God, where's my story? Where's my happily ever after? And I don't want you to have that energy, because you won't find it. You won't. It was when I had no pressure on myself, when I was like, you know what? It'll happen with time, whenever. And that's when it happened. You see what I mean? I don't want you to be on the prowl in the jungle, like ready to pounce, you know? It's more like trust in the universe. Believe it will happen. Make yourself available. And when you're meeting people, be really present. Okay? If you need help with this, because you're like, Jackie, I can't do any of those things. And I get what you're saying, because I'm very high energy. I really, really recommend, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, you know, because when you need to hear something, you can never hear it enough. That's what Kathy Heller said that one time, and I loved it. When you need to hear something, you can never hear it enough. I love meditating, and meditating really kind of centers me. And if you want to start and you're interested, I use an app called Headspace. I love it. It's kind of guided meditation. Now I've gone, after a few months or whatever it's been, every day meditating. I started doing my own, meditating on my own for 20 minutes. But let me tell you something. I promise you, it'll change your life. It really will, because I want you to find your person. They are out there. I'm not going to tell you, I'm not that person that tells you don't need anybody. Well, you don't need anybody, but I want you to find your person that will make you shine brighter, and you can share this life with that person. Okay. So you don't need someone to complete you. No, of course not. But I do think that you are so incredible. You have so much going on for you in your life. And I do think that a partner is going to make life even more fun. Right. So that's my intention with this. Okay. So if you really are feeling like, yes, you want to find your person, make sure that you have that energy where you believe that you are not rushing, you are present. Okay. This is one of my biggest tips on today's podcast. I really hope that you don't rush. Don't rush. And if you need help with the energy, meditate. I promise you, these are all gold nuggets. I'm like so excited to share all these little things with you, because it took me years and years and years to figure all these things out. And I'm always learning and growing, and I hope you are too. And so, by the way, don't forget, this March 1st, it's coming up just like in a couple days. Make sure that you sign up for my free training. It's called Finding Your Person. And I'm going to give you a whole bunch of gold nuggets that I really hope kind of like empower you and change the way that you date, and really like wake everybody up, because I was doing the same thing. I was stuck in that matrix, right? Doing things in a certain way, which is completely backwards and really stopping me from meeting my person. Okay. So yeah, it's time to take your love life into your own hands and show up. Click below. There it is. I'm excited to see you. It'll be in my Zoom room. and I get to share all these little gold nuggets with you. I'm so excited for you to be here, that you showed up. I love it. And remember, as you're putting yourself out there, and as you're not rushing, right, and you're being really present, don't settle for anything less than crazy love, because it has to be crazy love or nothing. See you next time. Bye.